For being here and listening today. Today's conversation is a part of our newer series, which is called Built to be Heard. As artificial intelligence continues to change the way we work, communicate, and market ourselves, I believe one thing remains true, and that is people still do business with people they know, trust, and respect. Today, I'd like to share three simple ideas that I hope encourage you and perhaps challenge you to think differently about visibility, leadership, and opportunity. We are living at such a wonderful time because once we're able to figure out who we're trying to reach, the right people in the right rooms, we have the artificial intelligence, we have the systems and the automation that can help you magnify that to reach your next milestone and beyond. Point number one is just because people don't see it doesn't mean it isn't hard. It isn't difficult sometimes for us. Now, one thing I've learned over the years is that we rarely know what the other person is carrying. We don't know the weight that they're carrying on their shoulders, right? Behind every leader, entrepreneur, executive, founder, parent, caregiver, healthcare professional, there is a story. And it's a story that only they can tell when they choose. Now, as leaders, we have challenges, we have responsibilities at the office, at home. We have disappointments, health concerns, financial pressures, family responsibilities, leadership decisions, and the list goes on. Many people are carrying more than others realize. And sometimes we feel like nobody sees our effort or people are ignoring us. It's true that nobody sees the sacrifice that we make and nobody sees the work happening behind the scenes. But just because people don't see it, it doesn't mean it doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you that today. Your work still matters. Your efforts matter. Your contribution matter. What is one challenge you've overcome that has made you stronger, wiser, or more compassionate? That's your action step for point number one. I hope that you will write that down or share it in the chat if you're comfortable. Point number two, the world cannot benefit from gifts the world cannot see. Many talented people believe if they simply work hard enough, sooner or later, people will notice. That goes for people that are working in a corporate environment, whether you're working for someone else or you're working in your own business, it's still true. And sometimes that happens. Oftentimes, it doesn't. And then when it doesn't happen, when people don't notice, when they don't get that promotion, then people start to deflate. They lose confidence. Over the years since 2014, we have worked with incredibly talented people, from founders to executives to healthcare professionals, scientists who created one of a kind cosmetic products, engineers, consultants, experts, people that have advanced degrees, sometimes multiple PhDs. And many of them have the valuable experience and the insight, but the people in the right rooms cannot benefit from those gifts if they don't know they exist. Being more visible is not about you being egotistical, okay? It's not about you becoming the loudest person in the room. It's about helping people understand how you can solve that problem for them and how you can answer those questions in their heads before they even ask. And visibility is really about serving those right people in the right rooms. So here's your action step for point number two. What is one lesson, skill, experience, or insight you possess that could help someone else if they simply knew about it? I hope you'll write that down, or if you're comfortable, put that in chat. Point number three, you do not need to become someone else to be heard by those right people in the right rooms. One of the biggest misconceptions about being more visible is that we must become someone else. We must become more like Susie. We must become more like Joe. We must become louder, more promotional, more like someone else that we see online. You can still be yourself. However, you will have to do some things differently because what got you to this point absolutely won't get you to your next milestone and beyond. And you know that. If you've been doing this for a while, you have heard that by many, spoken by many of the leaders in the online space and the offline space for that matter. So, yes, will you have to do some things differently? Yes, you will. But you will not have to change the core of you. And I can tell you that I'm an example of this because I am a true introvert. I grew up very shy. My dad always taught me and encouraged me keep a low profile, keep a low profile. Well, that worked and kept me out of trouble for the most part when social media wasn't around, right? I didn't grow up with social media. However, in today's world, you cannot keep a low profile and be in social media. It's not possible online, even offline. You have to put yourself out there. You don't have to change who you are. You just have to do some things differently. Now, as artificial intelligence becomes more common, human qualities and the human to human connection are going to become even more important. The relationships, the trust, the judgment, the empathy, the experience, the authenticity. People are looking for real people like you. They're looking for leaders they can trust like you. And they're looking for people that want to be connected, that want to get to know them, that want to help them. Action step for point number two, or sorry, point number three. What would change if you stopped trying to be someone else and started sharing what only you can share as a leader, as a person in a category of one? Again, while you're working for someone else, or if you are working, building your own business, whether it's a side gig or it's your primary source of income, as you build out your revenue streams, you will have to do some things differently, right? But you don't have to change who you are. Thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me. And this conversation is really just the beginning. We are looking forward to continuing the Built to Be Heard series. We're going to be doing podcast interviews with leaders. We are certainly open if you're interested in coming and speaking on the Built to Be Heard podcast. We want to hear from you. But until then, please remember these things and please write them down or speak them into your phone so that you can be reminded of these. This is exactly what I'd like to leave you with today. It's true that visibility gets you noticed. Credibility will get you chosen, and great relationships will get you referred. All right. And the results, the outcomes that you create for your people, they get you remembered. But all of that aside, what I want you to remember that's most important is you were built to be heard. Don't forget that. I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself, and I want you to take the next step. Take care, everyone.